Like living and loving, paying the bills, keeping things real, man, you know the deal. But when it's time for me to unwind, I gotta go someplace where the sun can shine. And there ain't no better place than out in the country. There's gold in them hills and I'm gonna find it. It's a sight to see. You can't believe how the color of gold makes you lose control. Well, there's gold in them hills and I've got the fever. And there ain't no other place that I'd rather be. My friends come down and enjoy hanging out, and the kids are knee deep in the sand by the creek. Yeah, we're chasing the dog, let's put another log on the fire. There's times like these that make it all worth the while to me. There's gold in them hills and I'm gonna find it. It's a sight to see. You can't believe how the color of gold makes you lose control. Well, there's gold in them hills and I've got the fever. And there ain't no other place that I'd rather be. When the night comes down, we're all sitting around, playing guitars under the stars, singing about the nugget I've been dreaming about. And I say even the picture of it weighed 5 pounds, and it's right under the next rock, I do believe. There's gold in them hills and I'm gonna find it. It's a sight to see. You can't believe how the color of gold makes you lose control. Well, there's gold in them hills and I've got the fever. And there ain't no other place that I'd rather be. No other place that I'd rather be.
Ta-da! Hey, welcome everyone. It is Wednesday once again. It is August the 10th. August the 10th already. Oh my gosh. Well, so tonight, I feel like being a cowboy tonight. And I feel like being a whiner tonight. So I got some wine. And I got a cowboy hat. So we're going to be cowboy and we're going to be whining tonight. Let's see. Let me just see who's all showing up right here right now. We got Daniel Grubb. Hello, Daniel. Hope you're on the gold this week. Daniel, I tell you what, this has been a gold-sucking week for me. That's why I got my wine. But we'll get into that in a little bit here. Dennis. Hello, Dennis. David Villa. Hello. ¿Cómo está? Yeah. Everybody said that. Let's see. Herb. Hello, Herb. Josh. Welcome. Hello, Josh. Carl D. Welcome. Trip and Tommy. Hello, Trip and Tommy. And Clint Bartel. I know I butchered that one, but welcome. That's a new name I think I haven't seen before. And Craig Elliott. Welcome, Craig. So, as I said, I feel like being a little bit of a cowboy, and I feel like whining tonight. It's been a gold-sucking week for me. That's all I can say. Bill's Adventures 13. Welcome, Bill. I'm going to give away a couple prizes to some of, I was thinking earlier today, I was thinking to myself, I said, self, kind of what I call myself is self. I've been doing this show for what, over a little fixing the storm. I know, I hear that, Tommy. I could lose power at any time, so if we go dark, bear with me, we'll be back when we get power. But if I lose power, then I guess I'm in the dark. Anyway, so this show's been going on for over 4 years. I can't believe we're still doing this every single Wednesday. We haven't missed a Wednesday in 4 years. And, the only reason this continues on is because of you guys right there. in each and every one of you. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all your support. I appreciate you guys tuning in. It's pretty awesome. So I was going to give away some prizes tonight to some of my Patreons and channel supporters. We'll be doing that here in a little bit. I've got them on my list right here. But anyway, let's see what's going on here before we get started in anything, before we start pissing people off here. Wednesday, August the 10th. Let me see, what did I write down? I wrote some stuff down here. I don't know where I wrote this stuff down at here. What happened on this day? Let's see. Birthday's 1928, Jimmy Dean. I guess he was a singer. Let's see. Rosanna Arquette. She looks like shit today. You know, she used to look good, but she looks like crap today. 1981, Peter Rose broke somebody's record. And I don't know what even that says. 34 million, I don't know what that says. That's all crap. Oh, maybe I needed that for something else. Oh, I hope not. What is, today is National Orange Awareness Day. National Orange Awareness Day. I don't know if that makes any sense or not. National Orange Awareness Day, but that's what it is. It's also National Lazy Day. Now that I could have went for lazy because I could be pretty lazy. I think a lot of these national days are pretty stupid. It's also National S'mores Day. Could have made me some s'mores, but that's what today's are. Let's see. What else is there? Let's see. Oh, let's talk about, let's see what we got going on this year. December 28th through the 1st is New Year's Extravaganza. So if you want to be a part of our New Year's Extravaganza, you got to call and register, sign up for that, 928-851-7167. Be a part of our New Year's Extravaganza. You get, we take care of all your meals, a pig, smoke a pig, entertainment, all that type of stuff in a full gold split. It's a lot of fun. That's around the New Year's event that we have every year. And around November 11th through the 13th is our Patreon and channel supporter outing. That's only for channel supporters and Patreons. If you're not a channel supporter or Patreon outing you'd like to be, again, call that number. They'll tell you how to do everything. They're doing a wheel. There's only 4 numbers left on the wheel. If you want to know, get in on those last 4 numbers, we'll draw, give everything away. Again, that number 928-851-7167. I do happen to have, I got a trusty gold pen right here. But on the wheel this time we've got like, let's see if I can show you these here. Got a couple, we got some nuggets. We got, this here is a 1/2 gram pay dirt bag. This here is this is just a black sand with gold in it. Black sand's a piece of crap to pan out, so you get to pan out all the gold in there. 1/2 gram, 1/2 gram, 1/2 gram. There's a gram. There's a gram. There's a gram. There's a gram. There's 2 grams. This one's got golden gems in it. A silver round, a silver round. Let me throw this on the floor. This is heavy. Oh. Got another gold pan right here now. What else there? Oh, and then there's some extra stuff. We got some gem. Oh, this is golden gems. And everybody will get at least a little sample pay dirt bag that gets in on it. Let me get rid of all that stuff out of here. Hey, like I said, there's only 4 numbers left, so you can call and get one of them last 4 numbers. Okay. We said we were going to talk about metal detectors. Where's all my notes that I had here? We'll give some stuff away. We'll do that later on. Let me see. Metal detectors are like, let's go back here. Let's see. What's going on up here? Let me get up in this and see what's going on here. David, slave driver. Hello, Patty's Adventures. Oops, I lost my place here. Let's see, I got to back up here. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. Where am I at here? Paw Patriot Prospecting. Welcome. Cool Arrows Gold, Terry Curry, Nathan Wood. Welcome, all of you guys. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so what I was saying was we were going to talk about metal detectors. No guests came up today. Metal detectors, in my opinion, is a huge topic. So that's what I thought we would talk about, metal detectors. You guys probably got a lot to say about metal detectors. And before I went on, I sent out links to the show to lots of people, metal detector dealers and other people. If they want to come in and join, log on and join. So if anybody joins it, we'll bring them in and get their opinions about metal detecting. But I'm going to tell you my opinions about metal detecting. I think metal detectors are probably like, what gold pan do you like the best? What dry washer do you like the best? What metal detector do you like the best? Well, this is my honest feelings about metal detectors, about any piece of prospecting equipment. I have never, and I've said this to different manufacturers before, because I've heard manufacturers talk about dry washers where they'll say, like, my dry washer doesn't lose any gold, and my sluice box has 100% recovery rate, and my special mat gets all the gold. Well, I've asked some of these manufacturers, would you ever come on and say, don't buy my equipment, it sucks? No manufacturer is going to tell you that. So with that in mind, who is selling it to you? Who is telling you about it? Who is talking about it? Metal detectors are a myth. Better luck with the dowsing rods. You're probably right, Willie Shiny Gold. Dennis Hedrick, Gold Monster 1000, old school, my man. Giddy up, Tom. Okay, so metal detectors. You see behind me, we became dealers for Nocta, the Simplex, Garrett Apexes, the Legends, all of those type of detectors. Deus, we're dealers for all of them. Do you see me out there finding gold nuggets and telling you, oh, look at the gold I found. Oh, and by the way, I sell these. That seems to be what's happening. But I'm going to tell you the honest truth. Now, let me just show you some stuff here. When it comes to detectors, just so you guys know, this is a Lab Equinox. This happens to have the 11-inch coral on it. I got to set some of these aside as I show these to you. Here is a Fisher. This one is the Goldbug Pro. Let me set that there aside there. Let's see what else we got here. Here is the Goldbug 2, the older version of the Goldbug 2. I'm just getting started here, so bear with me here. What else we got here? Here is the Gold Monster with the little coral on it. Hang with me here. We're getting into there. Here is the Lab 6000 with the stock 11-inch coral. We're going to talk about this one here in a little bit. I'm going to pin myself in here. I'm not going to be able to get out of here. Here is the Deus 2. Here is the Equinox again. This one has the little dinky 6-inch coral on. I hate switching coral, so I just switching the rod. So I just switch the detectors. It's easier for me on that there. Let's see what other we got here. Here's the Lab 7000. Here's the newer Goldbug 2. Here's the Fisher, what is this one? The F75. Here's a big ass coral on the 7000. This one you can pick up channel 10 from 50 miles away. Let's see what else we got going on here. Oh, so the 6000 comes with the 11-inch, comes with the 14-inch. This one is more for like EMI if you're under power lines, stuff like that. But they just released, Coral Tech just came out with the new one. Well, they got 3 of them. This is 14 by 9. I went with the 14 by 9 because I figured, why go with the little dinky one if I've already got 11-inch? And why go with the smaller one to just compatible? So I went with the bigger one. Well, I used all of these this weekend. I just did a video on the 6000 using the brand new Coral Tech, the standard 11-inch, and the 14-inch. And I'll tell you what, in my opinion, there's no difference. This one here, my opinion, save your money. And I thought about this later. Think about this. So Minelab develops this this machine. It's got the stock 11-inch coral on it, and they tested everything, and they had to wire wrap it and test it, and they determined this was the best they did. So then somebody else comes out later and say, oh, well, we think if you do this, it's a little better. The only thing they changed was instead of being oval, it's more whatever you want to call it. It's still a monocoral. So anyways, I didn't find any gold this weekend with any of those corals on it. So I stuck with the 11-inch. I went with all of them, and I ended up going back to the 11-inch. So anyways, we can talk about metal detectors tonight. Let's see who I missed coming in here. John, talk about the electroscope a bit. The electroscope, John, in my opinion, is just I've seen videos where they've torn them apart and there's just, like bogus electronics in there. But I have heard in my opinion, all they are glorified dowsing rods. If you believe in dowsing rods, then you can believe in the electroscopes. We used to sell them when we had the store there in Wickenburg years ago. Sticking with my Falcon MD20, Terry. I was going to bring in the Falcon 20. I got that there out in the truck. I was going to bring that in, but I figured that was kind of in a different league by itself. And, it's for a different type of situation. Let's see. Tom. Hello, Tom. Who'd I miss here? Big Texas prospecting. Everything in Texas is bigger. So these corals I was showing you in Texas, they're like really big out there. Hello, Dennis. David, I'm looking to get my first detector. You have a whole collection of them. Some very nice ones too. Let's see. David Simon, John Quist, Dwayne Noble, good evening. Hello. Thomas Fawkes, hello. Okay, so this is going to be my what I want to say on Garrett. Let's just focus on Garrett a little bit. Garrett has been around for a very long time, and I believe Garrett has a very fine line of detectors. Garrett has this new detector coming out. It's pre-order on right now. It's the Axiom. This is a pulse induction. Now think about this here. All these mine labs that are pulse inductions. So when I was up there this weekend, I dug down 10 inches for hot rocks. And it was really starting to piss me off that I dug down so many times for these goddamn hot rocks. And I just kept thinking to myself, how come they can't put a discrimination on it, like, say, the Equinox or any of these other machines that would discriminate and tell you what it is? But yet pulse induction seems to can't do that. Guess what? Garrett Axiom apparently has a wire. Let's see, what do they call that? An iron discrimination or iron. You can tell if it's iron or not. So for an ultra pulse induction, the Garrett Axiom, you guys got to Google this and go in and do your research on the Garrett Axiom before you buy any detector out there. Research the Garrett. So what I've been finding is just over 4 pounds. It has that iron check discrimination. It can pick up pieces of gold 1 to 2 grains. It has a 13 by 11 inch DD coil and 11 by 7 inch Monte coil. Wireless headphones. It is, I think they sell around $4,000. It's cheaper than the Mind Labs are. And you know what's more important? They're made in the frickin' USA. That's right, the USA. Go USA. So you know what I think? Mind Lab won't give me a dealership, and yet I've always used Mind Lab. So you know what I say? Screw Mind Lab. Let's everybody go Garrett, because Garrett has better products and they're made in the USA. There's my rant for the day. That's why I'm whining. Cheers. Oh, and by the way, if anybody wants a Garrett, I can get them for you too. Just call me and I'll get you a Garrett. Yeah, we're Garrett dealers. Anyways, I can't wait to get my hands on them. They're pre-ordered right now, but I want one of them Garrett Axioms because I seriously believe they are going to put a run for Mind Labs money. Mind Labs are overpriced. They're not made in the USA, so they're tested back there in Australia or wherever the hell they're made at. So, anyways, okay. Don G, hello, Don. What did I miss here? 4,000 is better dig for me too. We'll have then a cold one on me, Don. Everybody take a cold one. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay, nothing's going on. If anybody wants to talk about metal detectors or you guys want to ask any questions, feel free. Like I said, I send a bunch of emails to a bunch of people about, if you want to come on and talk about your detectors or whatever, feel free. So I just blanketed a bunch of people, and I don't see everybody popping in. So I thought if they wanted to come in and defend themselves, they can. But like I said, I went out detecting with that 6,000 and I didn't find any gold this weekend. And I've seen people say, oh, I used the new coil from Coil Tech and I found a bunch of gold. Well, you know what? I would have found gold too with it if I would have walked over it. But if I would have walked over with the standard 11 inch, I would have found it too. I found no difference in the stability, in the stableness, in the depth, in the shallowness. Yes, it picked up the crap like all the other detectors found, but I found no difference in it other than it being 4 times heavier and I couldn't swing it. So I'll stick to the 11 inch. Now, the verdict is still out. I'll use it again elsewhere, but for what I see, Don G, I just bought a Box 800. I'm assuming you mean Knox 800. The Equinox 800, in my opinion, is an awesome machine. If you're looking for gold, you want the smaller coil on it. Smaller one is a better coil for gold. But I remember years ago when I went up to Alaska, I took the SDC 2300 and I took the Gold Monster with me. And a friend of mine was up there and he had the Knox 800. I didn't find crap with the 2300. I found like 30 pieces of gold with the Gold Monster. And the friend I was with had the Knox 800 and he was finding almost just as much as I did. So, and he was out to the camp here last year digging out there in a claim. He was pulling out a lot of minute pieces of gold, but he has that 800 dialed down to the, to the T. He has it where he can find gold. So yes, it is a good gold machine. And what I like about it is the VDI screen on it, visual discriminant or visual, yeah. It'll tell you, so like gold will be like maybe around 2 to 8, depending on the size. So if it's like way up there, you know it's trash. That's what I liked about that. Now you do have to get in, like if I was up in Meadview this weekend, if I have the gold monster up there in Meadview, it's constantly cha 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 cha. It doesn't shut the frick up. It drives you insane. And you've got to try to decipher a piece of gold target between all that cha 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 chattering, because it picks up every goddamn rock up there. So you have to turn your sensitivity way down to avoid all of that. And by doing that, you're going to miss a lot of gold. So then you have to start getting rid of your discrimination or put it in an iron discrimination. And then again, you're going to lose anything that's in your iron range. So the gold monster has a purpose. If I carried the gold monster along with the 6,000, I get a target, I could run over the gold monster and find out what it tells me. But using the gold monster, it has showed iron, and when I've dug down even deeper, then it shows me gold. So the gold monster will lie to you if it's deeper down, or it'll be unstable. So, you know, bounce kind of in between. So the gold monster, it's a good machine, but yet, anyways. Don G, hello. Gary Joachim, hello. Buck Reichley, seems the best one is the one you actually take out and learn how it works. None of them will find gold in the closet. They're absolutely right. Detector L, UFA, David Simon. You got to walk over the gold before you can find it. You're absolutely right. You have to put that coral on top of the gold before you can find it. I walk with my detector. You must be on something. You're right. So what I kind of thought this weekend was, I was up there. Now, I went up there, you know, last winter, and I found over 70 pieces of gold. Then I went back, you know, later, and I found 10 pieces of gold. Then I went back later, and I found like 6 pieces of gold. I went back this weekend, and I found nothing. So what happened? What happened? How come all of a sudden I couldn't find any gold that I found all this time? And I used that new coral because I really thought that coral tech would kick ass going out there, and I could go back over this known nugget patch. I went even over a nugget patch where people pulled over 200 pieces of gold out of it. I didn't find nothing. So I went back to the stock 11-inch. But all of them I tried. I tried all 3 of those corals. And I did find little pieces of tin and stuff like that over with all the machines, but I didn't find any gold. Now, so I kind of come, and you guys can maybe help me out. Some of you guys might be a little smarter than I am here. But let's say you have a little piece of tin and you have a little flat piece of gold about the same size. Now, that little piece of tin in the ground, I think, will give you a louder signal than that little piece of gold the same size. So with that being said, the ground was wet because it had rained. So once you dug down the first few inches, the rest of it was just damp and wet. So I was wondering, did all of that rain put more mineralization in the ground, let's just say? So as you're detecting, the detector can't pick up those little fine signals because of that mineralization. So the detector is a little bit unstable as it can't really get in there to pick that up unless there was a huge ass nugget, and that, you know, well, that's different. But you don't find here those screamers. Most of the gold that's buried is those really faint targets. So I was just kind of wondering if that had anything to do with it, the wetness in the ground. And I wanted to ask some people about that, some of these professional metal detectorists, but, well, they're not here, so maybe I'll ask them later on. Let's see. Clint Bartel, which coral design would you suggest is best for the gold, single loop or double D? You know, that's always been a good debate. I'm drinking wine because I'm whining tonight, in case you guys haven't figured that out. A double D coral goes down, down, and cuts off. That's double D. A mono goes down to a cone. So mono will go down further than the double D, but the double D will come down and cut. So you're going to cover more ground with the double D, where the mono is going to go down and cut off. But the mono will go deeper than the double D. So if you use, most people like to use a mono coral, but you have to really overlap your swings with the mono, because as it goes down, if you go over a little bit, you're going to miss that piece right in between. That's why people say the gold is not played out. You cannot get it all. You know, you can just swing, you know, how much more and miss it. So most people use the monocoral because it'll go a little bit deeper. Wrong vibes. I didn't have any good vibes. You're right. My vibes this weekend were no good at all. Let's see. Yeah, why your right arm is bigger. No swingy thingy. You know, I have a hard time hooking my wobble stick or bungee cord up to me to have to, like, because it's bouncing, or if you get a target, you got, you know, like, you got to get down. I just hate that. So I will just use the regular, and I guess this is why this arm is bigger than this arm. If I put them out there like, whoa. I don't like to use any of that. I just like to hunt, and I get a target, I'll just, you know, drop the coral and go for it. But just like to just go natural. I'm natural. So that's why that 11-inch, I think, is a lot. This Coral Tech coral, I don't know why, but it has to be like a lot heavier. And I remember when I was debating years ago between the 7,000 and the 6,000, which one I should get. So I talked to a lot of people. I talked to professional metal detectorists and stuff like that. And kind of understanding was, if you have let me get this out here. If you have this 7,000, I mean, this right here is a beast. The 7,000, which weighs 97 pounds, and you're swinging that. That's like swinging a garbage can lid full of cement, and it is just heavy. True, it might dig down 27 feet for a piece of gold, but I've heard people digging down 27 feet for a tuna fish can lid. I ain't doing that. So I thought to myself, you know, I got this 7,000 that's going to dig down 27 feet for a piece of gold. Guess what I want to do? I'm going to get the bigger coral because I want to dig down 47 feet for a piece of gold. Well, guess what? I didn't dig down 47 feet. I didn't dig down 27 feet. I didn't dig down 6 inches. So every piece of gold I found with that, I probably would have found with the 6,000. Everything I found with that, I probably would have dug with the Goldbug 2. I would have found with the Equinox. You know, I'm not Pi. I know a Pi out there that swings both the 7,000 and the Gold Monster at the same time. So when they get a signal with the 7,000, they go over with the Gold Monster to before they start digging it. Because this guy, same guy with that 7,000, told me he dug down like 20 something inches for a tuna fish can lid. I ain't doing that. Anyways, so detectors are, somebody mentioned that earlier, you know, don't matter which detector you use, you got to learn the detector. Yes, and luck. I believe there's a lot of luck in the detectors. But like I said earlier, that Garrett Axiom detector is coming out. I can't wait to get my hands on one of them because I think that is going to be a game changer. Supposedly Fisher was going to be coming out with one too, but it hasn't been released yet, and I'm not sure what the holdup was. You know, there was a race between Garrett and Fisher to come out with who was going to come out with this pulse induction with discrimination on it first, but apparently Garrett came out with that. And I just believe that's going to be a game changer. That's going to be a lot less money. It's going to be easier to use. It's lighter. So I can't wait to get my hands on it. And like I say, I sell all the machines except MindLab. MindLab won't give me a dealership. They don't like me. They don't like me at all. So I don't know why I like MindLab for. You would think MindLab would want to support their dealers and support everybody and let everybody have a dealership to do whatever. But no, not me. So that's okay. I'll just sell everything else and use whatever I happen to like. So if anybody would like a Garrett detector, give me a call. All right. So let's see. Do you ever dig knolls? What's a knoll? Hello, Paul, John, Quist. I'm not sure what a knoll is. Cheers, everybody. I said I was going to give away some stuff to my Patreons today, my Patreon supporters. I'll talk to Kevin H. Hello. Yeah, Kevin will tell you all about everything. Kevin's a big MindLab person. He can tell you all about MindLabs. He can tell you about a lot of detectors. You know, before I get sidetracked, I better pay some bills here, huh? I better pay my bill. So let me do that, and I'll be right back. If you guys got questions about metal detectors, let me know. We'll be right back.
ICMJ's Prospecting and Mining Journal is the only monthly gold prospecting magazine published in the United States and is the most comprehensive and respected magazine about gold prospecting on the market today. With readers in all 50 states, it features articles on detecting, high banking, dredging, small-scale operations, assaying, basic geology, how to read the land, regulations, and more. Our monthly Ask the Experts column is answered by true experts. It features answers to readers' questions on processing, detecting, geology, and any other questions you may have related to finding and recovering gold and other precious metals. The Mining Journal features the most extensive selection of equipment, mining properties, services, and more, and a classified section featuring over 20 times more new and used items than the nearest competitor. The Mining Journal has been in continuous publication since 1931. A full 12 issues is available for just $27.95, and discounts are available for 2- and 3-year subscriptions. And an online subscription gives you access to over 3,000 articles going back nearly 20 years. Our purpose is to teach you how to find more gold. ICMJ's Prospecting and Mining Journal is the tool you need to succeed. It's time to raise your gold prospecting knowledge to the next level with ICMJ's Prospecting and Mining Journal. Give us a call at 831-479-1500 or visit www.icmj.com. That's www.icmj.com.
Oh, look at that. Mining Journal. I was just looking at this back picture there saying, man, who is this person here? And it's a Garrett machine too. It's saying, whoa, check that out. Anyways, Mining Journal there. Everything you want to know about gold prospecting. If you don't have a subscription to the Mining Journal, give them a call. Tell them Gold Fever sent you. They love to hear that. They just love to hear when you call and say, I'd like to sign up. Yeah, Gold Fever told me to call you. You know, they just like, whoa, they get like so excited. They like have orgasms. So if you don't have a subscription, call you. Let's see. Daniel, who has time to dig nails? You spend your whole time digging lead shop. Nails would be welcome. Nails give you a different signal than lead. Lead kind of sounds like gold. You have two things. You have ferrous and non-ferrous. So non-ferrous would be like lead, stuff like that. Ferrous is tin, iron. Ferrous is magnetic. Non-ferrous is non-magnetic. So they will give you different signals. Somebody talked about blanking lack of a signal. A lot of times, like depend on your machines, iron will give you a different signal. So like if I'm understanding what you're saying, if it blanks, it'll kind of go up, mellows out, and come down. And that's why if you swing too fast, you go right over the target. So you kind of got to swing slow. And as you're swinging over, it goes and comes down, and you're picking that up. But if it's iron on some machines, it'll blank that top out, so it'll cut it out. So it's like it'll cut it out. If that's what you're talking about, iron will cut it out. Some machines, iron sounds like a grunt sound. It will grunt on you. So it just depends on machines. And somebody said it earlier, all machines are different. You got to learn your machine, and that'll be good for you. Best mag in the newsstand, David. Yes, it is. I found a nail spill one time. What a haul. Looks like Discovery Daisy, Carl D. If you use a pick when you're, you do your, like you get a signal, put a magnet on your pick or something like that. So when you're raking it back, if it is anything iron, it will just stick to your pick with the magnet on it. Can help get rid of some of that iron. And then the target disappears and you're looking all over for it and you can't find it. And you end up finding it stuck to your pick, the magnet. But anyway, so yeah, all detectors will find gold. And like I said, I send out word to everybody, and apparently nobody wanted to come in and join me. We ain't going to have a long show tonight. It'll just be a shorter show. I was out in the Meadview area all weekend, all last week. Spent a week up there. It was kind of stormy, rainy. I went up there to help a guy with some mining claims. So I figured while I was up there, I'd do some detecting and playing with this new coral that I got. And I'll do that video that's going to come out sometime about me using all of them corals and out there and what I thought about them all. And we'll go from there. But so I didn't find any gold, which I couldn't believe. I mean, how can you go up one weekend, find like 70 pieces of gold, go up another weekend, find 6 pieces of gold, go up another weekend, find 10 pieces of gold, go up another weekend and find nothing? I didn't understand it. It was kind of disappointing because, anyways, it's a big area up there, so I got a lot to explore. I got a little bit of a lesson, and I guess that's where I could look at it. It was a lesson, a learning experience as to where the gold is not. But like I said, I went into nugget patches with this Coral Tech that they claimed was so hot. I went into a nugget patch where over 200 pieces of gold had been found by other people. I found nothing. I went into a patch where I pulled over 70 pieces. I found nothing. So we'll leave it at that. Excalibur will discriminate iron, and if you hold the coral for a bit, it will pick up gold or no ferrous nearby or below the iron. That's pretty cool. Next time, do a gold dance for fun. You know, if I found gold, I would hee-haw and jump around, but anyways. So that's why I'm drinking wine, because I'm whining tonight. All right, what I want to do, like I said earlier, I got some Patreon things I want to give away for my supporters, you guys. On all you guys that support Patreon, channel supporters. Terry Jack, if the guy in the sky says you're going to have a bad day, you get one. Absolutely. I believe it's a mental thing. You know, you got to be in a mental mood to go out. And if you're having a bad day, I agree, you ain't going to find nothing. And the more you find nothing, the more pissed off you seem to get. But if you just go out there to have fun and enjoy it and don't give a crap, you tend to find it. And the more you find it, the happier you get. So yes, proper vibes, David, I believe. Okay, I'm going to give away 4 things tonight to my channel supporters and Patreon people. I've got a Dream Mat little sloosh here. I've got 3 CDs. You guys that follow, like on our intro of the show and the outro of the show, Scott Meadows, gold. The music I use is off of this CD right here that he gave us permission, and I've got his CD. So I'm going to give away 3 of his CDs and this little Dream Mat mini sluice right here. So I've got a list of right here of all my channel supporters and Patreons. If you guys are a channel supporter or Patreon, then oh, Don G says, Jack, you missed my question. I'm sorry, Don, what was that? Jack, the current wheel you're doing, will everyone get a sample bag of pay dirt? Yes, Don, everybody will get a sample bag of pay dirt. That is correct. You got to be the most generous giving YouTuber on here. Thank you, Paul. God, I ought to write you a check, man, just for being so nice. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. So let's start off with, like I said, I got this little Dream Mat, little mini sluice, and 3 CDs right here. And the only way I got 24, I only got 24. Can you believe that? Some people got hundreds. I've only got 24 channel supporters and Patreon supporters. That's all I got. So what I'm going to do is go here. I'm going to ask Sirius to pick the number, and then I'll tell you who wins out of all of these here. So what I'm going to need is your, if you're out of the country, then you're not going to count. I'm not going to give it to you. I'm not going to ship anything out of the country. I love you. I support you all, but I don't want to ship anything out of the country. Okay. Hey, Sirius. I mean, is it Sirius? Hey, Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 24.
A random number between 1 and 24 is 9.
Okay, let me see. Let me get a pen. Number 9. The number 9. Never forget the number 9. Number 9. Steve and Marion Bates. Steve and Marion Bates, I'm going to send you out a CD. Make sure you send me your shipping address if I don't have it, or email me or something, just so you got that there. Steve and Marion Bates. CD. Okay, another CD. If you already pick one and it picks it again, then it's not going to count. Hey, Siri.
Uh-huh.
Pick a number between 1 and 24.
A random number between 1 and 24 is 5.
Number 5. Don't forget the number 5. Number 5 is Brad Castro. CD. Brad Castro. Brad, that's where's Brad at? Brad was in there. He's the wheelie shiny gold guy. Brad, congratulations. Let me give you that CD. Got another CD right here. Okay. Siri. Hey, Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 24.
A random number between 1 and 24 is 2.
2. Woo-hoo-hoo. Number 2 is Richard Billen. Richard Billen. Number 2 CD. Richard Billen. Make sure I got your shipping address. If you guys don't listen to the show and I call your name and nobody tells you about it, I guess you guys ain't ever going to win anything. Okay. The Dream Mat. Little mini sluice there. Hey, Siri.
Mm-hmm.
Pick a number between 1 and 24.
A random number between 1 and 24 is 4.
4. Number 4. Number 4 is Rick Denton. On the sluice. Rick Denton. Congratulations. All right. Those are what I'm giving away. Anyways, I just want to thank all you channel supporters and Patreon supporters for all of that. Just tried to find your Patreon account and had a 404 on the page. I'm not sure how that comes up, how that does it. Oh, it's right there. It shows on the bottom of the screen. Patreon.com/my_adventures. That's Patreon. So there's 2 types of things. One is the Patreon, and one is a channel supporter. So there's 2 types of different support. Channel supporters, if you guys look at people are in the chat room, they're lit up in green. They're channel supporters. Patreon supporters is a different thing, but both of them are kind of the same thing. And I appreciate all you guys, channel supporters and Patreon supporters. And that's why I've got an outing in November for my supporters. We're going to have that up in Meadview. That's 3 days in November, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to provide a meal. I'll take up all my, a bunch of metal detectors for you guys to use, and we'll go out and we'll find some nuggets, and I'll help you guys find nuggets and make sure you guys all find some gold, but that'll be then. And let's see. I don't know. I got sidetracked for some reason. But anyways, let's see. So let's give away a prize. Let's see. I'm going to give away a prize. I'm going to give out. Let me give this out right here. You guys heard there's only 4 numbers left on the wheel. If you want in on that wheel, 928-851-7167. Can we trust you, Jack? You know what? And Jack, we trust. How's that? I will never, ever, ever, ever steer you wrong. You might not like what I have to tell you, but I'll never, ever steer you wrong. Okay. How about this for a little prize? You guys see that? You know what that is? Little miner guy in a lantern. It's magnetic, so it'll stick onto your to your fridge or whatever you want to stick to. How's that? Is that a cool prize? See, Clint, look at that. New member, Clint. Woohoo, Clint, welcome. He just became a Patreon or a channel subscriber. New member right there. He's all lit up there. All right, welcome, Clint. Also on my, Wayne Peterson, 1942. Welcome, Wayne. All the channel supporters and Patreon supporters on all my videos, there's in the credits is just as a thank you to you guys. Your name is in there for being part of, channel supporters or Patreon supporters in all the videos that I do. Sometimes they're, way behind, like, because I try to be like 4 or 5 videos ahead of time. So if your name doesn't appear right away, but, it will go on and on. It says like it's good for 4 videos or something, but I just leave it in there. As long as you're a supporter, I'll just leave it in there. Anyways, I'm going to give away this here. Okay, you got to live in the United States, I say. So, first person. Yes, Clint, it was easy to join. Upers. All right, are you a Uper, Clint? I've been up there in the Uper before. Some of the nicest people I met is in the Upers. Okay, so let me see. How can I give this away? What did I say earlier? Let me find something I said earlier. Let me find some of my old notes. What did I say? Would I throw everything away? How am I going to verify anything? Let me see here. I said, what did I say today is, what did I say today? Where did I find that at? What did I do with that piece of paper? Oh man, that was so important. I needed it too. Okay, we'll wing it. I said, oh man, that ticks me off. I can't find what I want. Threw it away. Okay, well, it's got to be to my satisfaction on this here. I don't know where I put it at. I talked about birthdays today. And I said it was somebody's birthday and she looks like crap. Who did I say? First one in the chat room will win. Not 1975. Who did I say? Arquette. You know what? I'm going to give, Daniel. I'm going to have to give it to Daniel. Looks like Daniel. Craig Elliott today is some more day. It is some more day. Daniel Grubb. I'm going to have to give it to you, Daniel Grubb. I did say it was Rosanna Arquette. She used to be a hot looking chick, but now she looks like crap today. I forget how old she was because I threw all that away. Daniel Grubb, you're the winner. I'm going to give you this magnet. Send me, make sure I have your shipping address, email it to me, whatever you want to do, and I'll send this out to you. Congratulations. Okay. No, Paul, it's not Roseanne Barr. Anyways, Garrett detectors are laughing my ass off. Don G. Orange. Orange what? Orange day. I don't know what you guys said. See, it's so cool to see you guys in green. Look at that, Clint. Is it Bartle? Bartel? He's in green now, so he is a channel supporter. It's nice to see you guys in green because it makes me feel potent. All right. Anyways, like I said, it was going to be a short show. We're going to talk about detectors. You guys got any questions you want to ask about detectors at all? If not, then you know what they say, all good things are going to come to an end. So I can't believe we've been doing this show over 4 years. Every Wednesday. We haven't missed a Wednesday in 4 years. And you know what? I say thank you guys to each and every one of you guys, because I think that's awesome that you guys take the time to tune in on a Wednesday night to listen to a bunch of, you know, whatever. It's cool though. But anyways, I appreciate it and appreciate you guys. So nobody has any questions. Is the Ace Apex a good starter detector, or should I stick at some others? I'll tell you what, David. I've got the Apex right here. I sell the Apex. When we used to have the store, you know, probably 15 years ago, the mining store, I used to sell Apexes, and I could not believe, and these were starter machine like the Apex 100 or 200s. For that Apex was such a kick-ass machine, an entry-level machine for coins and that. Absolutely, I couldn't believe what it could do, and that was clear back then. And I can't just imagine the technology that they have now. So this new one, this Apex, what is this here? The 450 or whatever it is, multi-frequency, the Apex multi-frequency. That's got to be a kick-ass machine. I haven't got out and used that one yet, but I got to do that still because I think that'd be a pretty cool machine. But Garrett, you know, so this is kind of the way it is in detectors. We know Minelab has been around a long time. They're like out of the country. Forget all about them. Okay, they're like, okay, you know, the Deus says they're out of the country too. Forget about all of them too. All of them out of the country people. Forget about all of them out of the country people. So you had White's. White's was a kick-ass machine. And you know, White's pulse induction really was an awesome machine. It was heavy, but it was an awesome pulse induction machine. But before that, you had the, whoever the hell they were, the people up in Prescott, Arizona. I can't even think who they were right now. Anyway, they went out of business. They disappeared. Then the Whites went out of businesses. Tesoro Lobos, and that. That was a kick-ass machine. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Tesoros. They were made here in Arizona. They were made for this soil and our ground. They were a kick-ass machine. They went out of business. Whites was in Oregon. They were a kick-ass machine. So they went under. Garrett's went under. Fisher is a decent machine. If you guys do any research on, believe it was Mel Fisher back in the days of all the Fisher stuff and the technology, Fisher was a decent machine. But Garrett has always been around, has always been a kick-ass machine, and has only improved over time. So Garrett, I believe, is the one made in the USA too. And you know what? With all this crap going on in China and all these out of, you know, whatever, I think we got to start supporting made in the USA. And Garrett is the go-to people, I do believe. I know I'm a Fisher dealer and a Garrett dealer too. But I sell more Fisher than anything else. But I'm telling you, Garrett is probably the kick-ass one to go to. So, I got a Lobo and I love it, Paul. Lobo was an awesome machine, absolutely. Anyways, guys, that's all I have to say. That's all I got to yak about. So it's been a good wine for me. I was up in the Meadview area this week. I didn't know where I would be, so I didn't schedule any guests because I didn't know if I'd make it back home in time, and cell phones sucked up there, so I didn't know if I'd get out or where I would be. So I figured that if I made it back, made it back. So I'm here. Like I said, over 4 years, been right here every Wednesday for you guys, and I appreciate and I'm humbled. I really, truly am humbled that each and every one of you are there on a Wednesday to listen to all the show. Anyways, thank you, David. Anyways, you guys all be safe. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting, the YouTube channel, Gold Fever Adventures on YouTube. I try to post a video every Saturday. If you guys are not subscribers, I sure appreciate you guys going on subscribing to the channel. But I want to thank each and every one of you. And until our paths, I hope I can meet all of you. But until our paths cross again, you guys all be safe out there. Get out there. Find yourself a little bit of gold. Be safe, everybody. Until next weekend, take care.
Get up, everybody, there's nothing to lose. The boss has had you working like a barred mule. But the weekend's here, it's time to let out a yell. Let yourself go, people, let me tell you, there's nothing else like it when you're out here feeling this good. Everyone wants to go. Everyone wants to go. It's all about getting out, and it doesn't even matter if we're finding gold. 'Cause everybody wants to go to my dredging hole. The gold rush days are here. They're scratching and digging, looking for a bigger man to love that country, and the feeling that I'm getting no other compares. What I'd like to do is find a nugget or two, but it's all good when I'm here in the woods. Everyone wants to go. Everyone wants to go. It's all about getting out, and it doesn't even matter if we find the gold. 'Cause everybody wants to go to my dredging hole. I got it all decked out. Don't look now, it's what you're thinking about. The admission price is a bag of ice. Break off a piece of this paradise. Got a hammer tied up to a couple of trees, swinging back and forth to the sound of the leaves. Everyone wants to go. Everyone wants to go. It's all about getting out, and it doesn't even matter if we find the gold. 'Cause everybody wants to go to my dredging hole. Everyone wants to go. Everyone wants to go. It's all about getting out, and it doesn't even matter if we find the gold. 'Cause everybody wants to go to my dredging hole.